Although this Norwegian garden is tiny, only 150 square metres, I've incorporated 2 small lawns into its design. They form the hearts of the west and east gardens and are a direct tribute to the front and rear lawns once so popular in England. I think the beautiful green grass provides a perfect backdrop and pleasing contrast to the blowzy cottage garden flowers I love. Apart from sound initial construction and regular mowing, the most important lawn care procedures I use are raking, aerating and top dressing, which I do as my main spring lawn care regime. Although elsewhere this procedure is done in autumn, I've experienced better results here by top dressing in late April or early May, whenever daytime temperatures are reaching at least 10 degrees Celsius and the grass is growing well. After the long Norwegian winter, top dressing helps turf to recover quickly. Although it's a technique used by professional greenkeepers, in my opinion top dressing can be of huge benefit for private lawns. Since my lawns are small, I'm able to perform the whole process cheaply and manually using a simple selection of tools. Firstly, I mow the lawn short. Raking is then done in order to remove dead leaves, moss and accumulated dead organic material from the lawn, also known as thatch. Then comes the most labour-intensive part, the aerating. I use a standard garden fork to spike the turf with hundreds of holes to a depth of 15 centimetres in order to help with drainage and air circulation at root level. I start at one end, taking care not to tread on the spiked areas. Top dressing involves applying a mix of sand and organic material evenly over the surface of the lawn. I use a good old wheelbarrow to mix the top dressing, which is approximately 70% sand to 30% organic compost, which must be free from weed seed. I usually buy a ready mixed lawn dressing from the garden centre and add in extra sand in the wheelbarrow. Importantly, I also add grass seed to this mix, a technique known as overseeding, which helps the lawn to thicken up even faster in spring. Using a large plank, although a ladder will do, I then drag the dressing evenly over the lawn, filling most of the holes. Having given the dressing 48 hours to settle, I then use a standard broom to brush the excess dressing well into the grass and drainage holes, leaving the grass blades showing above the dressing. The rest is taken care of by the explosive Norwegian Spring. It nearly always rains heavily within a week of top dressing, and with the added warm spring sunshine, I can almost see the grass growing. I wait until the dressing has settled well before resuming my spring mowing program, gradually lowering the mower blades. Norwegian gardeners are obsessed with liming, and every spring they rake their mossy lawns before spreading vast quantities of garden lime over the remaining grass. This is often unnecessary in my view. Our soil is only slightly acidic here. I know because I check it. Unless the grass seems to be struggling and pH falls to well below 6, I won't consider adding lime. Feeding, on the other hand, is important. I fertilise about once a month from May through to August. I use a high nitrogen feed until July to help stimulate leaf growth, and finish the annual feeding with a final autumn feed in August or September, which is higher in phosphates to stimulate root growth. Our grass growing season usually ends in late September with the first frosts. I reckon that if I can get grass to grow well here in a damp, cool, shady garden in Bergen, it can probably be done anywhere. Have a go.